right, y'all, welcome back to Brick by Brick with the Smiths, where we talk about real estate, real life, and everything in between. I'm Leilani.
And I'm Jeremy, aka Dad. And today we are calling you guys out. Yes, we're calling you out because if you are buying a home, you are one of these 5 buyer types, whether you like it or not, and you're about to get exposed.
Buyers, what are you talking about, Josh?
And knowing what type of buyer you are isn't just fun. I mean, this isn't a BuzzFeed quiz, guys. It can actually save you time, money, and stress when going through one of the biggest purchases of your life.
Yeah, and we're tying each one of these personalities to a thing called the DISC profile. If you don't know what the DISC profile is, we're gonna have a link in the comments where you can check it out. You can even take a DISC assessment and learn more about where you fall in the DISC profile. So it's going to help you understand the way that you act and the way that your agent or your client acts, because this episode is for both of y'all. This is for agents and this is for people who are out there buying and selling real estate.
And if you missed our last episode of Brick by Brick with the Smiths, go and check it out. It's Gen Z versus Gen X. Who buys better? Spoiler alert, it's Gen Z, duh.
That's what she thinks, but I need you guys to sound off in the comments on that video, because she seems to think it's Gen Z, but it's not. It's Gen X, and we just need to know from you guys.
I'm loyal to my people, okay? So watch that after this. We'll link it here on the screen and check out that episode.
Absolutely. And before we get into it, guys, make sure that you hit the subscribe button on the channel so that you see more of our awesome content. Hit the bell so you get notification of it, and give us a thumbs up so more people get to see this content. We appreciate you guys helping us grow the channel and bringing you value. So also comment below in the comments on this video on other topics that you may want us to talk more about.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
We want to hear from you.
We do. We want to hear from you. Since you keep hearing from us, it's only fair, right?
Yep.
All right. So let's get into it, guys. We're starting off with the buyer that makes agents sweat the most, but in a good way, not necessarily in a bad way, either though some agents may love this buyer. Actually, some agents do.
Yeah.
Some agents do, and it can work out really well. But we're going to get into the first buyer type right now.
So I think the reason why this type of buyer can make people a little bit antsy, a little bit sweaty,
Sweaty.
is because they move really fast, and sometimes it can be too
And it's hot
fast.
outside.
Sometimes it can be too fast. But buyer type number 1 is the impulse buyer. This is the type of buyer that walks into the home. They immediately are like, this is the one. I don't even need to look at anything else. This is the one. Let's put an offer in right now. And we haven't even seen the kitchen yet.
They don't even know how many bedrooms it has. Like, that's
No.
it.
Yeah, this is
That's the one.
This is that type of buyer. This is the impulse buyer.
Yeah, absolutely. And usually this person on the DISC profile is going to fall into the high I category, which is more of influencers and could be social media influencers, but that's not what we're talking about now. These folks are relationship driven people.
Absolutely.
They're optimistic and they move fast when something excites them. We find them making emotional decisions more than logical decisions.
Absolutely. So why does this matter? Because your enthusiasm is powerful. You are decisive, and in a competitive market, that is such an advantage. But it can lead to buyer's remorse if you move too quickly and don't check all the facts.
Yeah, for sure. And this is the buyer that gets into a contract and in the option period will terminate because they didn't take the time to figure out how much their payment was going to be. And then when they do find out it's too high, or they figure out that the house only has 3 bedrooms and they actually needed 5. Right, but they fell in love with the tree in the front yard. Right,
The tree.
So do your due diligence. Here's some things that you can do if this is you to make sure that your experience is a good one and your buying process is successful. Number 1, pause before you pounce. Right, sleep on it. Make sure it's not just the emotions causing you to make this decision. Number 2, make sure that you check your non-negotiables. If there's something that you said that you had to have before you went and looked at this house and fell in love with it because of the tree, don't settle if it doesn't have that thing. Make sure you check all your non-negotiables. And 3, make sure you run the numbers, right? Check with your lender, make sure that the payment is where you need it to be, and you check comps and you make sure you're paying a fair price for the house and not overpaying.
And agents, what can we do as representatives to make sure that this buyer has the best experience possible? Well, you want to be their anchor. You want to be the person that is making sure that they do not make a bad decision. And when you save them from making a rushed decision by showing them all the facts and grounding them in their research, they will love you for it.
She likes it when I ground her.
Huh?
Grounded.
I haven't been grounded in I don't even know how long.
Give me your cell phone. Take your door off there.
We're not going to talk about that.
Oh boy. Speaking of grounded, bringing back such fond memories.
I don't want to talk about that.
Okay,
It was
all right.
traumatizing.
So are we ready for type 2?
I think we are.
Okay, we're ready for type 2, guys. So type 2, if you are the one that shows up with a binder full of comparable sales, you know all of the school ratings for the last 10 years, you've researched the sellers and you know what they do for a living and how much they paid for the home 20 years ago and how many times this home has changed title, you're the due diligence buyer.
Yeah, we love due diligence.
Pros and cons,
Pros
all right?
and cons,
So
absolutely.
What about them?
These types of buyers tend to be high C's in the disc profile, which means conscientious.
Crips.
Conscientious.
There you
right?
go.
Yeah, there we go.
Nailed it.
Oh, there we go.
First
Yay.
try.
First try.
These types of buyers thrive on accuracy, data, and control. The more prepared that they feel, the more confident they feel.
Yeah, absolutely. And here's why this matters, because thoroughness protects you from making an uninformed decision, right? So you want to make sure that you have that certainty that the decision you're making is going to be the right one. But too much analysis, or we call paralysis by analysis, can cost you a lot. It can also cause you to lose out on a home that you love. While you're doing all this research, checking all of the boxes to make sure that every fact is known, that person that's the iBuyer that came into the house right after you, they're moving fast and they're going to steal the house out from under you. So don't allow that paralyzing feeling of having to get all the analysis and facts to keep you from moving.
Here's what you can do as a buyer to keep that from happening. Number one, pick your top 3 decision factors and ignore the rest until you find yourself under contract.
Yep.
Number 2, set deadlines. Give yourself a time period to make that decision and then really make it when that time comes. And number 3, lean on your agent's expertise. They're going to help you get the facts. They're going to help you make that decision. So don't try to do it all alone.
Yeah, you're not alone. You've got somebody with you, right? So plug in the team, let the teamwork be the dream work. And agents, if you guys are working with a client that fits this profile, need you to understand, guys, that they're not trying to be difficult, right? They just need facts. So the best thing that you can do is give them all the facts before they ever even ask for them. If you want to develop rapport, you want to gain their trust and lead in this process, you've got to be able to identify this personality type and show up for them in a big way. So making sure that you have all that information. And if you haven't got it, let them know that you've asked for it. Be super proactive and they'll be on your side. They'll follow you.
Absolutely. And whatever you do, don't wing your answers. If they sense that you are fluffing them,
Fluffy.
if they sense fluff, they won't trust you. They'll lose trust in you. And that's the worst case scenario.
Yeah, game over. Game over. They're going to break up with you if you do that.
Yep.
Yep. And then lastly about them, guys, they do want answers, but they don't just want answers. They want proof, right? So make sure you're ready to bring receipts.
So that leads us into type 3. This buyer is the person who sends a poll into the group chat every time they're trying to decide what to make for dinner.
Or on Instagram. I see it on Instagram from time to time where
Yeah.
people like go into their stories and they create a poll.
Yeah, and it's like for like a very small decision.
Yeah.
You know, even like I used to, there's a website called like the yes or no wheel. And I used to type things into the yes or no wheel and
this
have
is you?
that sometimes. Yeah. And
yeah.
I need a second opinion.
Yeah.
This type of buyer is the second opinion specialist.
Absolutely. This person on the disc profile is going to most likely be an high S. So S stands for steady. So this buyer values harmony, right? They value safety. They need reassurance to create that certainty. They do want to know that the choice that they're making will be supported by the people that they love the most.
Yeah. And this matters because too much input from outside voices can derail your home purchase. It can cause stress and really make it so that you don't get what you want.
The cheat sheet, right, to success here. So one, limit the amount of advisors that you guys are taking advice from, right? Maybe just one or two. What are two people that you trust the most? Maybe it's not the people necessarily the closest to you, but maybe the ones that have the most experience in this, right? That you can rely on and get some information from. Two, write down your gut reaction before you go seeking advice. There's been plenty of times in my life where I have had a gut feeling and then I went and sought advice. I followed that advice. It didn't turn out the way I wanted to, and I regretted not going with my gut. So do that. Write down your gut feeling, see if it aligns with the advice. If not, maybe just go with your gut. I don't know, your choice. Number three, get clarity on your priorities, right? What are the most important things, especially about the house, right? Or the situation for you, and make sure that you stick with those so that you're not going forth in regret because you made a decision that was best for somebody else, not yourself.
Yep. And agents, what can we do to support these types of buyers? Well, our job here is to give them reassurance without making them feel guilty for not listening to those outside voices.
All right. So these folks, really, agents, I mean, this is for you guys, they're not indecisive, right? They're not indecisive. They just care really deeply about not messing up. So they're just a bit hesitant.
Yeah, for sure. And
Yeah.
the key here is to really build their confidence. Sometimes
good.
it's not even about the house per se. It's the support that they get behind the scenes and through the process that'll really make them feel like it's the right decision.
Absolutely. I like that. Build their confidence.
Yeah, build their confidence.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Reassurance. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Certainty.
We're moving on. Number 4, type 4 buyer. Point out me. All right. I get to talk about myself apparently here. Okay. So if this is you, right? If you walk into the home and you've got a list of Zestimate comparable sales, and the first thing you say, my buddy's an investor and he says, fill in the blank, then you, sir or ma'am, or a take charge buyer.
Yes,
What do you think about them?
These buyers are high D's in the disc profile.
Fact.
And that D stands for dominance. So they are direct, they're competitive, and they are very result driven. They like being in control and they like their own research most of the time.
Yeah, it's true. And this is a benefit to you guys. And I will say that there is some benefit to it. Again, pros and cons, but your confidence is going to help you negotiate a better deal, right? Typically speaking, it's going to help you negotiate hard rather, but can also cause you to overlook some solid advice and to get yourself in more stress than you really need to.
Absolutely. So as a buyer, what can you do to limit the road bumps? Number 1, ask. Don't assume. A lot of the times what you find online isn't what your agent will find when doing their own research. So ask.
Yeah.
Don't assume that you're right all the time.
You know what happens when you assume? Make an ass out of you and me.
Did I make an ass out of myself, eh?
Yeah, that fell flat. That's not the one you meant to push.
That is absolutely the button I meant to push.
No, I think you meant to do the boom.
No, I meant the wah, wah, because you didn't laugh.
Oh.
If you had laughed, I would have went. See, that's how that goes.
Okay. Number 2, cross-check the research and the information that you do have with your agent. Going back to making sure that that stuff is correct. You want to make sure that you have all of the data, that you find out what is right, what may be wrong, and where those two overlap. And number 3, this is his favorite. Choose a strong agent. Do not choose a weak agent, because if you don't respect the person that you're working with, you can't trust what they say and you'll walk all over them.
Yeah. And you won't trust anything they say, like she said. And that goes for anything, like really, financial advisor, CPA, doctor, like if this is you, if you're type D, go take the darn disc test because you want to know more about this.
Yes.
There's me being direct. Go take the test so you can learn more about yourself. It's fascinating.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's fascinating. You'll know how to operate with all kinds of different people.
Yep.
So here are the keys here. If you are working with a buyer like this, one, stay calm, right? Don't let them intimidate you or make you feel uncomfortable, and do not challenge them head on. That is a recipe for disaster because they will just, y'all will just butt heads. It won't work out well. But if you can learn and ask calibrated questions and use them to redirect the conversation, that'll be a win. Things will go smoothly.
Oh yeah, and if you don't know what a calibrated question is, go check out Chris Voss's book called Never Split the Difference. It will change your life. Yeah. Genuinely.
Listen to it on Audible. I highly recommend that. And we're gonna put a link to it down below in the comments, so we'll make it easy for you on Audible.
Yep. So that being said, you want to make sure that you back whatever advice you give with data. They respect logic and facts, not fluff.
Not fluff. Yeah, don't waste time with fluff.
Don't be a
fluffer.
fluffer.
Definitely don't. Definitely don't. So if you do go toe to toe with them, know it's going to be a power struggle, right? Know what to expect. But if you guide them like a partner and you do it right, they will follow you.
Absolutely. So this leads us right into number 5, type 5. If you're the type of buyer that starts off super strong, you got the pre-approval, you're looking at houses, and then you just kind of fall away, you are the detour buyer. Tell us about these
Detour
folks.
buyer. And y'all don't fit neatly into any one of these 4 disc categories. In fact, it's usually a mix. But what's going on is your current circumstances are driving your behaviors much more than any personality profile is.
Yep, absolutely. And this matters because typically what happens is there's something like a job change or a family situation that changes, even something like a breakup or something like that. Like any one of these scenarios can cause you to totally fall off track and shake your confidence. So if you don't have a plan, you can miss out on opportunities and even lose your buying power if the market shifts.
Yeah, that is so true. And there are things you can do, though. As with all of the other types, we're going to give you guys some tips on what you can do.
Solutions.
Some solutions. We ain't going to bring you no problems without bringing you no solutions.
No solutions?
Some solutions. We'll bring you some solutions.
Bring nothing.
The end. Be in.
BM.
Okay. Baby mama. All right, here's your cheat sheet. Here's your cheat sheet. 1, stay in touch with your agent, right? Keep in touch with them. Let them know that it's an issue in your life and not them. Like, that's the first thing they're going to think is that they did something wrong.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Be nice. Like, let them know it's not them. Number 2, keep your financing current. Like, your pre-approval will expire at some point. Stay in touch with your lender so that that doesn't happen, because then you're going to have to go through the pre-approval process all over again. And it sucks to have to submit the application and upload all your documents and all that crap. So you already did it once. Just keep it current. Lastly, check in with the market often. Like, maybe it's once a week, maybe it's once a month. I don't know. Whatever your situation dictates, just do that. That way you know what prices are doing with homes, what interest rates are doing, inventory levels, and all of that. So stay in touch. Don't get disconnected.
And agents, what we can do for these types of clients is to lead with empathy. Remember that these aren't just buyers or numbers. These are people, and they go through real life stuff just like we do. So making sure that you check in on them and that you stay up to date with what's going on with them, even if it's just a, hey, thought of you, hope you're doing well text every few months or so, like that will go so far for them. They need stability and support and a plan.
So true. It's so true. Sometimes just being a safe space to talk things through can definitely go a long way. And real estate agents, if you have any experience at all in the industry, you know that you are not just a realtor, you are also an unofficial therapist. So keep it up. Don't give up.
You may, after a while, like if you're close with the clients, you may like shed a tear with them or two.
Maybe even shed a tear in your closet or in your car when no one's looking.
In the fetal position.
Maybe. It might happen.
Crying in the club.
Saying for a friend. So I've heard.
So I've heard.
So I've heard.
LOL. All right, guys, no matter what type of buyer you are, self-awareness is your superpower. The sooner you know your strengths and your struggles, the easier it'll be for you to have an amazing transaction.
Absolutely. And if you're a buyer, guys, drop a comment below and let us know what type of buyer you are. Or if you're an agent, let us know what type of buyer you've seen the most of, or which type of buyer you like working with the most, or which one you don't ever want to work with again.
When you're done here, go watch our latest episode. It's Gen Z versus Gen X. Who buys better? Again, spoiler alert, it's Gen Z. Don't let him tell you anything different.
No, definitely go back and comment on that video because I'm really tired of this one thinking that Gen Z's winning. Like, I need you Gen Xers to show up here. Okay, guys?
Oh, gosh.
Come on, Latchkey kids. Show up, go comment, and let's win. Yeah, we got it. And don't forget, guys, subscribe, hit the like button, give us a thumbs up or whatever that is, and share this video with your friends or family or anybody who could benefit from it. We appreciate you guys helping us on the growth of the channel, and comment, let us know any topics that we haven't covered yet that you would like to see covered in the future.
Yes, we love you guys.
Yeah, love you guys. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.